CZ Model 27. These pistols were made from 1927 up until 1951. Over 650,000 of these pistols were made, but what's really interesting is 460,000 of these were produced under Nazi occupation and with Nazi markings. Now, under German occupation, these were made for the military, but mainly for security units and police forces that were in the occupied lands during that time. This gun has also been under military contract from Poland, India, and many Central and South American countries as their military sidearm. The CZ Model 27. A very unique piece of history. Now, of course, before we get started, we want to safety check the gun. First thing I want you to note is the the mag release, which is typical for most European guns. And we're going to check the chamber, and it is in safe mode. It also has a magazine disconnect, which when you remove the magazine, the hammer will not fall. So we're going to place the magazine back in and release the hammer. With that, you see this hammer, how it is partially recessed. And so it really keeps from having any kind of hammer bite. It's a comfortable gun to hold. 32 ACP, has minimal recoil, so it is a fun gun to shoot. Now we'll show you the safety on here, which is also very unique. Safety comes down this way, but then we have a release button here. Now the Model 27 CZ is a really unique features, have many unique features. Does remind me of an old Colt 32 that I used to have a few years ago, but it was made for the 32 ACP or the John Browning's 7.65 millimeter, which was relegated mainly to police and security units with that caliber. Not a very potent caliber, but one still in use and very common today. This one is a German occupation pistol that was made, but it is finely finished and a really fun gun to shoot. Now, while most of us, including myself, I really don't care for the heeled magazine release, but a couple of things I want to bring out about that is the philosophy behind that is that, number one, the magazine will not be released inadvertently, like with a hammer or in a stressful situation. And then when it is released, because it's a hands-on, two-handed affair, you retain your magazine easier during mag changes, which can be very important after the battle. Now the gun weighs 24 ounces. It is all steel. The barrel protrudes just a touch. It's 3.9 inches, or just under 4 inches. Has fixed blade with a V-type sight. Actually, the sight picture is not too bad. And a one-piece plastic grip that includes the back strap. Has the CZ logo right here on the grip. The Pistola Model 27, caliber 7.65. Right there on the slide with serial numbers here and here on the front of the frame. Now, one of the things too that is really unique about these pistols, at least the ones that were under German occupation, is on the top of the slide here. This Bromisch Waffenfabrik AG in Prague, which is the German factory name, and this is the war factory in Prague with a serial number here as well. After the war, many of these numbers were ground down by the Czechs after the war was over. But that does show that it is. And then there are also Nazi-proof marks in a couple of different areas. One is on the barrel, and I don't know if you can really get a good look at that right there with the swastika. And then we have another one right here, which are Nazi-proof marks as well. This gun itself has all matching numbers and is a really fine specimen. You can see the the serrations here to bring your slide back as well. It is single action. That means that you have to pull the hammer back to fire the round, or the hammer has to be in the back position. So the trigger only releases the sear. It doesn't activate the hammer itself. A blowback action. The magazine does hold 8 rounds. And of course, you could put one in the chamber, and it's a single stack, which was typical during those times. Now here we have the original holster that came with the gun. Even has P Model 27, which the Germans designated it that way, with 1942 on the holster itself. Has a place for an extra magazine, which we found to be very tight, but the gun did not come but with one magazine. The magazine is also marked P Model 27. Here's a good look at the date, 1942, Nazi insignias, proof marks. Now we're going to break this pistol down, and I want to show you because there are some really unique features to this design that we're going to see in the interior of the gun. If you notice this little funny lever, and one of the things, of course, which is typical of most pistols, is to push this through, and when you do, it releases this to go down. Now when that's in the down position, let's take our magazine out first. When it goes into the down position, you just pull this straight out. That releases the slide. Here we have a metal guide rod with the recoil spring, and then we have this little captured piece that goes over it, and you can see the grooves. And we're going to look at that in just a second. If you'll look here, there are corresponding grooves in the barrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the barrel bushing, and then the slide actually goes to a certain groove, and then you turn it and then pull it out. Almost like a puzzle. Really, it's very safe. This barrel is going to be retained into the slide. And then the corresponding grooves react. So it's a really solid lockup. Here's the interior of the frame. It is dirty because I have been shooting it. But I will be cleaning it in just a few minutes. But I wanted to give you a good look. Now to reassemble, it's just like a puzzle. And you need to make note of your grooves. And they go in the up position when being inserted into the barrel. But then it's turned right here on this slide. Then it goes back. You want to take your barrel bushing, place it in the right place. Okay, now you're going to need to take your recoil spring, and this piece needs to go ahead and be fitted into the slots, corresponding slots, and then this will go forward here. And then we take our slide, return the slide release. There we go. It'll drop in when you get it into the right position. Then move it up. A little tricky, but with a little practice, it's not very difficult at all. Gun is back in functioning order. Now, from some of the research as far as the value of these, a lot of people say the value starts around $200, but I've never seen one for anywhere near that price. Usually they run about $350, and I have seen them up to $800, and to know that if that's really legitimate value or not on Gunbroker, Gunlist, you can find them a lot of times online that way. But from what I've read, about $350 is what you should really expect to pay for a really nice one. The CZ Model 27 in 32 ACP is a fun little pistol to shoot. Great collector's item. I would highly recommend this for a good plinker and just a lot of fun. Owning a piece of history. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.